How do you do? Here we are. Hi. Hi. Yes, there's Panda in the background. No, we're not playing WoW. I'll play WoW and I'll get more views. Unfortunately, that's just the way of the world. If I was to put on WoW and stick myself in a gaming channel, I'd get more views. But I would suspect that the majority of the subscribers to TFI just don't want to watch WoW or have any clue what it is, which is partly why I can get away with using the music. So we're on YouTube today. It's just a bit of an experiment. I'm still flip-flopping backwards and forwards between the two platforms because the first time I streamed on YouTube, there was about 70 people maxed. I think maxed out at about 70 people watching, and that was in a hotel, and the quality was shit. And then when I went over to Twitch, even with plenty of notice, I think a couple of hundred people came through over the 5 or 6 hours that I was streaming. But at any one time, I didn't really get more than about 30 to 40 people. So I'm just going to see how it goes on YouTube again, now that I'm on a good connection. Because I ain't in no hotel. I'm in the back. That's cheating, Neil. That's cheating. I need the chat. I brought that up to get the chat. Can I pop out the chat? Pop out chat! Oh, YouTube's on the ball, man. YouTube is on the ball. They know what's up. They know what's up. What am I going to make? Well, it's a continuation. Today, I'm only going to be on... Who said that they're at school? Who said they're at school? Nathan, mate. Nathan's fine, man. It's fine. I'm only going to be on for like an hour and a half. Hour and a half, something like that. So I'm not on for long. But I suspect when you say you can't watch for long, you mean like 5-10 minutes because you're at school. So yeah, I'm not on for long today. I've just got in from work early, so I thought, you know what it is, I'll bang the stream on and we'll do a bit of modelling. Because what's better when you get home than doing more work? What's better than that? Who? Tell me. Answer me this. Who in their right mind? Who with a sane brain in their head does an 8-hour day in the office, gets home, and then immediately does more Inventor? Who does that? Who does that? I did a 16-hour day yesterday. That there was no streaming. That was just work. 16-hour day I did yesterday. I'm flipping shattered. You don't look like... This is not aging. This is not aging. That's just exhaustion. Who does that? Links in the description not working. Which links? What? Really? Those are my donation links and Patreon links. Surely they are. Surely I'm gonna have to clicky my own video. How do I do that? Do I go to my channel? I don't think if I go to my own channel, I don't think my live stream appears. Doesn't. Right. Well, I'm gonna copy and paste the link into the Google. Oh, what gives, man? What gives? Did I spell WAITFI right? What about my Patreon? Is my Patreon working? Patreon better work. That's been going since April last year. Uh-oh. Hang on a minute, Neil. My Patreon's not even called WAITFI. I did this last night when I was extraordinarily tired. My Patreon's TFI CAD tips. That's why. But the stream tips... unless I need www in front of stream tips. I shall fix it, don't worry. But what we're modelling today is a continuation of what I was doing on Twitch the other day, which is the graphics card. So that's the progress well, that's me dismantling a rather expensive graphics card. But we're modelling that up in no compromise detail. That's what we're doing. And when I say no compromise detail, I mean I'm going balls to the wall, all out, knuckles deep detail, to the point of even having like the engravings in the metal, even having the little bendy metal, sheet metal bends on the PCI Express front bracket. That's how much, even having the display port etched into the front bracket and the HDMI logo and DVI. So that's what we're doing. But the way, I need my two-factor authentication. The way my streams tend to go, I end up just chatting with you a lot more than doing actual stuff. So who knows how much we'll get done. It's just a nice, it's not, I'm not doing it in a hurry. I'm not doing it for work. I'm not doing it for a project. It's just a stream thing. It's just something to do on the stream. It's a distraction from talking to you a lot more than anything, really. It's just a bit, hang on a minute, I'm missing, idiot soz. Right, how do I update that? Can I save that? How do I save my links? Save changes. Patreon. Right, I'll just copy and paste the link. I think the links might be working now. We might have to refresh the stream. But thank you very, very, very much for pointing that out. Yes, we're good. We're good for Patreon. And we're good for stream tip. Right, so the whole point of those, they are obviously tipping, and Patreon is completely optional. But Patreon's been going since April last year, and I've raised about, well, and I'm aiming to raise enough to get a 3D printer for the channel, so I can do some 3D print work, because that's like up there with one of the biggest requests is, can you do some 3D printing stuff? And honestly, the ad revenue on YouTube, it's like $150 a month, which won't even pay for my electricity bill. So it's not really monetarily worthwhile, this YouTube business, but you do it anyway. You do it out of the love. Back with the DX Racer. Yes! Yes! DX Racer. I shouldn't really have this chair on stream. I don't really want to be endorsing this ridiculous company, but a bit more light there. Way, that's better. But the chair's just, I can't use it at night. I don't know if this is the mic's going to pick this up, but I'll move a bit. Right, and I'll get up and listen to the clunk. No, it's not, obviously it's not doing it, doesn't do it. It's not a performing monkey. But at night it goes clunk and it rattles the entire house and wakes the girlfriend up, so I have to swap chairs. But I like it because it's got it's the lower support. That's good. If only the other chair had a lower support. I'm not buying a third chair. I've got no chairs in this bloody office. So how many people are in the channel right now? Hang on a minute. Stay. Did that even save? Couldn't save the changes. All saves changed. All changes saved. Right. That should be good. Should be good. Only 30 people in. See, I've been on for like what, 10 minutes, and we're already at the numbers that we were getting on Twitch. So anybody that was watching us on Twitch yesterday, let us know what the quality of the stream's like in comparison to Twitch, because I'm keen to know. The links are working for me. Yeah, mate. I've just refreshed them. I've just updated them. I had them all wrong. Yes, Ac1Tube. Yes, I've seen the chair. I saw it on the CES coverage. It looks quite nice, actually. It looks generic. It looks like every other gaming chair, but I like the sort of the padded effect that they've got on the backrest and on the base. It's like that luxurious, but not really luxurious because it's a gaming chair. But that like Bentley kind of square diamond stitching, which looks comfortable, but it'll just be a texture. Right, so the problem I had with this graphics card last time was this damn chip, right? When I ray traced it, it looked class. It looked baller. In fact, I'm going to show you the ray trace, because you may not have been on the Twitch stream, but how do I get my pictures up on Twitter? I have no idea how to use this godforsaken website. There it is. Alright, so when ray traced, it looks really... Would you just stop it already? Right. So that's the real card there. That's the thing I've just dismantled. It's now in bits, and it will be in further bits when I get to modelling more bits. And then on the right hand side, can I scroll along? No, apparently not. All right then. There you go. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. Right, that's what it looks like ray traced, which is pretty good. But that's before I put the PCI Express power connectors on and a few bits and pieces on the board. We've got the chip on and the shroud around the chip. So that's what it looks like ray traced. Looks pretty good, like. Got the ports in, display port, HDMI port, DVI port. I modelled them. I modelled the DVI port, which is this one at the front. So I modelled these two here and put them in like a metal case, and these two here are pinched off of the Molex website, which you would do anyway. It's kind of cheating, but not cheating, because you don't. If you make graphics cards, you don't make ports. They're a standard. So you don't design ports. Everybody who makes graphics cards makes the same ports, and they buy them off a supplier. So if that supplier gives you 3D models, take them. Take them. Because they're a lot better quality. Well, I mean, you can model that pretty easily. It's just a bunch of sketches and stuff. You could do that easily, but it'll take you a couple hours to get that kind of detail. If someone's done it for you and it's legit from the supplier, get it. Get it. But there we look. I even managed to. Someone kindly told me what the Nvidia logo font was, so we've even got Nvidia etched into the GPU chip, which probably needs a couple of. Does it need a? No, see, a GPU won't be filleted, will it? It won't have any chamfers on it. No, that's pretty solid. But that green circuit board is. Hello. Oh, I modelled that. I think that's the VRM heatsink, which the camera's not picking up very well. But I modelled that. Where the hell's that model gone? I just remembered I did that. Or is it there and I've just overlooked it? Oh, there it is, yeah. So, one of the jobs I need to do is try and get this goddamn mounting PCB to the right colour. Because it'd be trolling me. It'd be trolling me, it's too light. But one of the problems I had was when I opened it up explicitly, right, it's dark green. But then when you go to the assembly, it's a much lighter green. And I kind of, I think it was 2 AM England time by that point, and I was like, I'm too tired to try and figure this out. I think I need to move on with my life and make it a future Neil's problem. But I think I made the solid body forest green, if I remember rightly. That's the top body, Neil. Solid 2. Yeah, forest green. I made that forest green. But then in the assembly, it'd be light green. What gives, man? What gives? There's no colour override at assembly level. Shut that down. Hello, Loz. You're an engineering student, but far from this level. Watch my videos, mate. Stay subscribed. Watch the videos, man. You're on your way. You'll be on your way. It's just practice, man. It's just practice getting to a point where you can do stuff like this. It's not as difficult as it looks. I'm saying that not because I know how to do it, but I am not the brightest bulb in the box by a long shot. How the flip is that not dark green? Why are you not dark green? Forest green. Right, well that's right. I want to change it gold. Let's see what happens, right? You're gold. Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know that you're indestructible. Always believe in. Now you are gold. And that you're bound to return something I should have learned. Is your... Sorry. I think I probably should have had a break before I went back to work. Say green! It's still green! What gives? What on earth is going on with goddamn right? Clear all overrides. Save. Is that going to do it? No, you're still orange. You're still orange. Still fucking orange. Gonna just pick everything up. Right. Aluminium flat. Huh? Can you elaborate about implementing custom image-based lighting settings? There's very little you can do with Inventor's image-based lighting. Very little you could do. They put it in, and then admittedly, they've admitted that it's like it's there and it's there, but they've got no real intention of making it like something which you can have full control over. And you don't have much control over it. Did I make a video on it? I can't remember if I did. I can't remember if I did a YouTube video on it or if I did it on the Pluralsight visualization course. But you can go to where's the internet? Right, you can go to HDR right. Right, so this, for example, this website here, which is the Something Image-Based Lighting Archive, and you can download a whole bunch of pre-created spherical backgrounds, and then you can go to Inventor's program files folder or program data folder or wherever it is, and then you can copy one of the existing ones and then replace the images that Inventor's got by default with the images that are in here.
Kind of a big deal.
It worked. I've got a little pop-up. I'm kind of a big deal when someone subscribes. So yes, you replace the image in the styles folder with this image, and then it kind of works, but you don't get like a reflection map, so it's not perfect. If you want a reflection map, you then have to go to the likes of Photoshop and create reflection maps, and by that point, it's like, you can do it. Do you really want to spend that much time creating a fancy background when Inventor's really not the best rendering package? Why not? If you've got Product Design Suite, for example, or Product Design Collection, why not just push it through into Max? Something like that, and then do all the effort in Max rather than Inventor, because you can do all that, but you're still not going to get the best of renders in Inventor. But if you want a video on something like that, I can do something on it. I'm gonna have to learn it myself though, because I can create custom dubries, what they're called, the lighting styles. So I can create these. I know where it stores them. I know how to copy them, edit them. But then to like change where the lighting originates from within the image source and stuff, that's what I need to look up on, and if you can even do it at all. So it's possible. It's possible. How many people are here now? I'm going to keep an eye on the numbers. 37. That's good. That's a good number. That's a good number. It's still, and I stand by it, the biggest Inventor live stream in the world. Go find me another live stream right now that's got more than 37 people watching it. I thank you. I'm a machine engineer student though. Machine engineer. That sounds way too intelligent for me. I will bow down and submit to your intelligence. I had the same problem the other day. Changed the selection priority I had, but it may have just been a fluke. It was working afterwards. I don't know if this is selection priority, because the only colour overrides I've got on this are at body level. So if I go to the face of the part, right, that's as feature, right, and then the feature, which is the extrusion, that should be as body. Yeah, that's as body. And then you got the body, and the body is gold. But then if you open up the damn chip into a separate window, it's green. So it's changing its color. Oh, hang on a minute. Is it storing the... I wonder if it's storing the colour in that. If I say change... You've gone green. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I didn't knew it. I just figured it out. Right, so what it was doing, because I'm changing the colour whilst I'm in an assembly, the goddamn thing it's storing the color as an override into the view rep called default. So it's saying, right, you're using the view rep default and you've made the chip gold. So that color is associated with that view rep and only visible in that view rep. Whereas if I go back to master, which is everything default, right, there's green. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Right, so what I need to do. I've lost the colour though, because I made it forest green, but then I edited the colour and made forest green darker because it wasn't dark enough. Oh, so let's go into here. Forest green. Can I add that to the material library? I don't really need to. 17, 74, 17, 17, 74, 17, 17, 74, 17. Forest green. That's still... Is that still lighter? 17, 74, 17. Like... it's hard to tell, isn't it? Is that the same green as that? Bloody hard to tell. I don't think it is. I think that one's lighter. Right, so maybe it's picking... it's picking it up from the assembly level colour. That's why. That's why. So it's 17, 74, 17. Okay. There we go. Why has it made the top bit green? Didn't ask you to do that, did I? No. At no point did anyone say, oh, let's give it a flipping thingy override, isn't it? Let's give it a part level override. Right. Oh, I don't think anyone from Autodesk's watching this. If anyone from Autodesk, which I know you's watched, hi, you's watched the videos, hi. Could you please fix this stupid scroll thing here? Why is that scroll bar that big? Why is it that big? Why? Why does it need to be that big when that scroll bar is that big? Look how big that scroll bar is. That's a big, beefy, chunky scroll bar. There's plenty of meat to grab out of that one. You got this one here. It's fucking tiny. Why? Fix it. Fix your shit. Fucking tiny. And it's so small that it kind of blends into everything else. Which isn't apparently obvious right now, but sometimes it can. Anyway. Clear override. Yes, there we go. Right, so that there should be... That should be aluminium, but it's not looking very aluminium-y to me, so we'll go... shut that down. Read. Birdie solid 2. Aluminium. Oh, there's aluminium flat. Which I think it should be chrome. Yes, that's better. Shiny. It's the same chrome. I think the chip should be black chrome. Actually, no, I think I'm going to change the solid. I'm going to change the shroud again because that's too shiny. It's not that shiny in real life, so we'll fix this one. Maybe aluminium polished. Yes, that's about right. Okay, we're done. We're done with that. So, what next? What next? I need to create the USB header on the back. That white thing there. Which is so boring to model, but it's one of those things that when it's on, you're like, oh, that looks quite realistic and detailed. And unfortunately, I don't think I've got to supply a model. I've looked. Right, so this is going to be tedious, but has to be done. Has to be done. I said no compromise detailing. God damn it, I mean no compromise detail. So where's my trusty tape measure? Where's my flippin' trusty tape? Who's pinched my trusty tape measure? Found it. Don't worry. Panic over. I found it. Calm down. Relax. It's going to be alright. I wonder if NVIDIA create their models measuring their products using a tape measure out of a Christmas cracker. Probably not. Probably not. 10, 11, 12, 13, 13.5 by 13.5 by 7.5. That'll do for now. I need to measure the height. 13.5, 7.5. 13.5, 7.5. Which side is it on? 13.5 by 7.5. Right, so this is a new part. USB header on there. El Projecto on your sketch first. And there. And then give me a button, thank you. And there. So we want 13.5 by 7.5. No, that's the wrong way. I didn't even need to undo that. Why did I just undo that? I could have just changed that. 13.5. 7.5. It's better. Right. And then distance on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Call it 5. Call it 5. This is why it's good to cheat and get a supplier component if you can. That's going to make new solid, isn't it? Yes. 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 Okay. And then, how thick is this goddamn bit of plastic? Here we go. Oh, there it is. Whoa, it's a thin bit of plastic, aren't I? I'm going to call that 0.3. Call it 0.3. And then, should I just offset? Point 0.3, and then Neil, you're a flipping idiot. You've got people watching you doing it so bad practice. Right, I should have shelled it. People watching. That's what I should have done. Right. And then call it one. Oh shit, the bed. Let's call that 6? 6? Wow, the amount of effort I've got to put into modelling a flipping USB header, which nobody gives a shit about. Right, 6 by 5. Ah, that's not right. 6 by 4. 6 by 4. Right. 6. Oh my god. That's infuriating. That is infuriating. I can probably turn it off, but there might be a time where I need it. It's when you click its dimension, you pull it away to place it, and then it picks up on an edge in the background. It's like, I'm going to place this dimension. Fuck off! 6 by 4. Okay. And then that needs to be central. Actually, that probably is by 5. It's a bit far away from the edge. We can edit it later. Alright. Whoops. No. There. Okay. I'm shocked that you use adaptive parts. Don't you run into issues when changing things later? Yes. But as long as the thing is with adaptive parts, it's fine. That should be wider than that. Let's make it 7. Adaptive parts are fine when something goes wrong and you know what's went wrong because you did it. You did the adaptivity, so you know where to go to look to fix the breakage. Whereas if you're in a shared drawing office and you're using someone else's model and they've put adaptivity and you change something and that breaks, then you're in for a bad time because you've no idea where the adaptivity is. Or you can find it, but you don't know what the extent of the breakage is, perhaps. So it's fine. I mean, adaptivity is an integral part of 3D CAD. So anybody who just says, nope, we're not using it, and they say it lightly, as in like, oh, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It's an integral part.
Kind of a big deal.
Exactly, it's a big deal, mate. Thank you, Streamcraft. Thank you, mate. But yes, it's an integral part of 3D CAD. Adaptive is like, I mean, yeah, you've got adaptive parts, which is cross-part geometry, change one part, another one updates, but you could argue that adaptivity is also linking 2 dimensions together. A formula between 2 dimensions in a single model. That's kind of adaptive. That's adaptivity in a roundabout way. It's an integral part of 3D CAD. There's no point in having 3D CAD if it behaves like an AutoCAD drawing. You change one thing and then nothing else updates. In my opinion, anyway. My opinion. Right, I'm going to have to start making some of this up as I go along. This is really, really not worth spending a lot of effort on a USB header, so let's... I don't think anyone's going to inspect it that close to see if I've got it precision crafted on the USB header. So let's go down by 0.5, down here, something like that. I'm making this up, call it 135, call that to that, 0.8, and then there's something I liked about Fusion 360, and since I've used Fusion 360 and used this thing, I've always wanted to do it in Inventor, and I keep going to do it, but it doesn't do it. In Fusion, right, when you've got a closed profile like this, right, so that's an extrudable profile. In Fusion, you can just click the profile, and then a little pop-up comes up to say extrude, and you can just boosh straight away. But in Inventor, you've got to click extrude, and then you've got to click the profile. It's not the end of the world, it's just a nice little workflow in Fusion. I made an idea station post for it, so I liked it. Have I tried Meshmaker VR? No. I think I've heard of it. Didn't someone email me about Meshmaker VR? I think someone emailed me about it, but I'm so goddamn busy at the moment that I haven't really had a job. Bollocks. Hey? Oh, there it is. Okay. Maybe shelling wasn't such a good idea. So let's just, for the sake of lols, pull this wall back by a mil. Is that gonna work? Yes. That'll work. Alright, and then I need to push that off there and then extrude that through all. Boom. There we are. There we are. Alright. And then there's a nice little groove. About halfway through there. About halfway through. How are we going to do this groove? How are we going to do this groove? We can do it this way. Oh, stop it. Right. Down there? Down there? I don't know how thick this is. 0.5? Something like that. Something like that. I need this to be central as well between here and here. So. Then all I need to do, not that one, is grab that and then Boom. And push that by 0.1. No. 2, 3, 3. Cut. That way. That way. So you agree you should be parametric, but whenever you've utilised adaptivity between parts, it's been a disaster later on. Yes, it can be. On big assemblies, it can be a nightmare. It can slow the performance of Inventor down as well, quite significantly, as it's trying to solve adaptivity and figure out what's joined to what, and is stuff still updating. So a lot of companies do break the adaptivity on big models, like big models. I'm not talking like, you know, coffee machine size models. I'm talking like vehicular size models. They'll break the adaptivity on those, just because it does become a bit unmanageable later on. And when you've got a GA the size of a vehicle, something like that, you tend not to rely on adaptivity for updates. It's all individual component level updates. So you're changing a plate, you're changing, you know, you're not changing one part and then relying on the CAD software to then figure out what updates, because it's a project. It's something which is, it's engineer controlled, so you'll know as an engineer when you change something what else needs to change. So adaptivity is not so much of a big deal on that kind of work, but still, obviously, still got its uses. Is that even in the middle? It's not even in the middle. Jesus Christ, frighten me life. Right, let's make that there. That'll do. Whatevs, man. Whatevs. Right, I think I'll do this and I'll put some pins in it, and then we'll call it. So I'm alright. Well, actually, there's a couple of little square cut holes here. Fucking Molex, the component makers, ain't got shit on me. I'll sell this model to them. Oh yeah, excuse me, Molex. I couldn't help but notice that you didn't model your own USB headers. I happen to have done it. Pay me some royalties, and we can talk. Because evidently, you don't know how to do it. Evidently, it's a bit too much of a challenge for you. That'll do. Extrude that to there. Okay. And did I make this central around? Oh, Neil, that is shocking. That is terrible. Never mind. What we'll do is just make a plane. Oh, fuck you. From there to there. Right, and then mirror that around that. Boom. And then you can suck a fat one. Right. That's it. We just need some pins and we're golden. We're golden on the header. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins. 6 pins. How are we going to do these? Are these just attached to the back? Yes. They're just attached to the back. Right. Square. And call it 0.2 by 0.2. Well, that's a bit small. It's a bit small, isn't it? 1.5 by 0.5. I don't care. Oh shit. I don't care if you're not central. You're going to be central. And then what's that? 12.9. 2.15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12.9 by 7. Whoa, 1.85. Oh, I don't know. I sometimes do wish I knew what I was doing. 1.85. If this works, I'm gonna promote myself. I'm gonna promote my maths skills as being a little bit better than I thought they were. However, I'm not holding up hope. So let's pull that out. How far does that go? About there. Let's call it 4. Elite. Rectangular pattern. You can go that way. No, you can go that way. I said that way. 6 at 1.85. Oh, look at that. Boom. Creamy. So if I've done my maths right, that should be 1.85-ish to there. Fuck! Oh, no, because that was 1.85 to the center, so that's 1.55. 1.6. 1.55. Close enough for me. Close enough for me. Is there a way to set a work plane as an origin plane? No. The origin planes are work planes, mate. Your origin planes are work planes. So when you start a new model, right, that, and that, they are work planes. You can keep them on if you control shift them and then right click and visibility. See, they're just work planes. They're no different. Well, they don't behave really any different to normal work planes, other than you can't move them, you can't flip them. But they are work planes. But you can't create your own work plane and then set that as an origin plane. You can create your own work planes and then give the model a new UCS, like use a custom UCS. You can do that, which is something I haven't done a video on yet because I haven't really used it myself that much. But you can make custom UCSs. Right, and then the last bit, which I completely forgot about, but it's not important, is just the little cutout at the back. So there. Hello, Andrew, mate. Welcome to the party, where we're all having such a great time. Sing Kumbaya. What am I doing? Alright, I know what I'm doing. Actually, it's not a bad turnout, to be fair. Like, what's it? 38 people watching. It's 4:30 English time. So, never eat shredded wheat. West Coast of America, they're not online yet, I don't think. It's still like really early West Coast of America, and that's where the majority of the audience are on YouTube. Yes, I just said never eat shredded wheat. Fucking bite me. That's how I remember Northeast, Southwest. Don't judge me, please. USB header. All rights reserved. Patent pending. The temptation to chamfer the end of those pins is strong, but someone told me off for doing it yesterday, so I ain't going to do it. Okay, we're going to make this white, because it's sort of a ghastly white, like a ghastly creamy... Oh, wheat. No, it's brighter than that, isn't it? Make it white. That'll do. And then the pins. I should have made those their own body, shouldn't I? I should have made those their own body. If I do this, is it going to break the pattern? No. Hey, yes, get in. Get in. Gold metal. There we go. Right, USB header done. So what were you saying about the recentering your model? No, you can't. If you've modeled the whole thing over here in the center plane of the actual part, the origin plane is over here. You can't move that. You can't move the origin. You'd have to move the original sketch back to there, but it's best practice to have it symmetrical around the center planes, but it's not the end of the world if it isn't. It just makes it difficult to arrange it and line it up in an assembly later on. Donald Trump says maybe in quotes, US intelligence agencies released a dossier alleging Russia caused compromised material about whatever. Can't wait for Trump to get in. Okay, but let's not make this political, because I am not from the US, so I don't understand. Don't understand what's going on. Oh man, there's one more port. Right. Nope, I have to do it. I said no compromised details, so we're doing this. We're doing this. Right, so there's another port out there. That's the soldering point for it. So we're going to do it above that. So new, I don't even know what this is. It's like a 2-pin. I think it's the fan. I think it's the fan controller. The port for the fans. So we're going to go fan port. And then do you upload the live streams after? Gotta run lunch. If they're on YouTube, they'll get automatically uploaded to the channel. So yes, it'll go on the channel. I'm still in two minds whether or not that's a good thing, because this is just me waffling on and just not really putting up anything of any structured value. But if you want to watch them, you can. Not always the nice guy. Well, mate, your message is kind of nice. Thank you very much. Studio Sketch. Where am I going? Where's the PC? There it is. Right. And then the port. Right, it's about there, isn't it? So we're going to go there. Where's my trusty tape measure? Got 5mm by 4. 5mm by 4. 5 by 4. 5 by 4. And then call it 5 from there. And is it flush with the edge? Obviously not. About 1/2 mm. Oh, there. Right. Depth 6. Call it 6. Right. Yes, great. I'm streaming on YouTube today. So the point of that is, what did I just turn off there? No, there's a word put anything. Yeah, the point of streaming on YouTube today is just an experiment. I just want to see how many people decide to come to the stream when it's on YouTube, other than going over to Twitch, because Twitch is a better platform. It gives me more control over the stream, better control of the quality, interactions and stuff. But it might be too much of a pain in the arse for some people. They might just like look at that and go, oh, I've got to make an account, I haven't got round to it, haven't got time, can't be bothered, don't want to. Whereas if it's YouTube, it's just click and you're in. So I'm just going to see how many people decide to come along. Not really the best time of the day to be doing an experiment like that, given that, like I said before, the Americans on the West Coast aren't really alive yet. Because according to the YouTube stats, most of my audience is in America. America and Canada. That'll do. Right, and then which memo? Why am I looking at this? Right, so I need to go on this side here. But I ain't streaming for too long. I've got maybe an hour left. About an hour left. And I might come on later tonight again. I don't know. Don't know. Depends. I might need to spend some time with the girlfriend, because I've been busy as balls this week. Not really done much. I've already done that dimension. You're alright. Okay. just bring them all over to Twitch. It's far better for streaming. It is. It is. You can still get some of the nice things in YouTube. Like, I've got XSplit set up to do subscriber notifications and donation notifications. I think I haven't seen that happen yet. I haven't seen any notifications come up for that yet. So you can still do all that on YouTube, but Twitch gives you better like moderator tools and stuff and better add-in support. And the dashboard on Twitch is a lot better. Right. Where's the inside of the board there? Right. But if I'm going to do this on a regular basis, I might need to get a dedicated streaming PC. I haven't figured out why yet, but I've just heard that that's what most people do. They say, "Oh, I've got a stream PC." Right? Okay. Why? Don't know why. Unless it's just so that nothing changes, so everything's set up right, and you can just turn it on and go. Maybe, I don't know. Unless it's more powerful of a PC than their other PCs, perhaps. Whoopsies. I'll do. That cut to there. Right, that'll do for the header, and now I just need the pins. Oh, stop it. Zoom extending. What do I do? 0.5. 0.5. And then, how far from the center? Point there. Do you know what would be nice? It would be so nice if the Inventor team, hi if you're watching again, if you could general dimension to a midpoint without having to put a sodden point on. For crying out loud. Come on, I mean even AutoCAD can do that, can it? Can AutoCAD do that? You can snap to the midpoint, can't you, in AutoCAD? One. You see my AutoCAD video I did the other day, yesterday. It's a bit strange. But apparently I was quite shocked that you could do PDFs to AutoCADs. AutoCAD. You don't use 3D mouse? Yes, I use a 3D mouse. Of course I use a 3D. There's no way this is happening without a 3D mouse, man. Getting outdone without a 3D mouse. In fact, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 3D mice. 2 Enterprises and 1 Space Mouse Wireless. I've gave away Space Mouse Pro, and very soon on the channel there's going to be another giveaway on a Space Mouse Pro. Very soon. Right, gold. That's the same colour, that's white. So we're going to make the entire part white, and then make that body there gold. Always believe in yourself. Gold medal. Boosh. Good. Goody gumdrops. Right then. Are we done here? Are we done? So there's some little capacitors and stuff on here, but can I be bothered to model them up? I might model the capacitors up if when the heat pipe and the heat sink and stuff goes on, if you can still see through where the capacitors should be, then I'll have to model them up, but for now, nah, can't be bothered. Same with the chips, the VRAM chips, these things here, not modeling them. I think that looks good. I think that looks goody gumdrops. Is this another epic episode? Nah, not today. Not today. I'm doing probably another 45 minutes and then I'm gonna have a break, and then I might come back on later tonight. Depends. I'm not sure yet. Right. So now I've got to model this thing, which is, well, that's annoying. Where I've got my webcam placed on the YouTube video, I can see it in the background. This silly little YouTube icon, so it looks like there's two of me. It looks like I'm sitting next to myself. That looks ridiculous. I'm going to have to fix that. That's annoying. Why didn't someone say something about that? So I'm going to take the frame and the webcam. And then... right, let's just do this. Frame. Webcam. Better. Right, if that's obstructing any views, just let us know. If there's something you need to see, like in the browser, and you can't see it, just let us know. Right, this shroud then. Where does this go? I've dismantled this, and now I can't remember where anything goes. I think it goes over there. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, goes there. This is going to be a tricky one. Oh, shit. This is going to be a tricky one because it's got a raised bit in the middle. How would you do that? How would you do that in sheet metal? Oh, right, there you can see it there.
Kind of a big deal.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry, mate. Whoever that was who subscribed, thank you very much. Appreciate it. So you can see that's the bit of metal there, right? And it's got this kind of raised protrusion coming around here. And then on the underside, it's sort of you can see it's dipped in. And if I want to do that in sheet metal, how do I do this? How do I do this? It's like something's pressed it up and pushed the metal up. Maybe I can fudge it. Could probably use the punch tool, but I need a... No, I couldn't use the punch tool for that. Right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, man. Where's the thing? Stamp. Stamp? There ain't no button called stamp, mate. Ain't no button called stamp. I mean punch. Please don't block the browser. Ah, right. Well, you're gonna have to put up with me being next to myself. Oh, there. Unless I raise this up a little bit. Maybe there. To there.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Albert Gallagher subscribed. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. I want to have to change the colour of that text. It's difficult to see. Read. Does that look better? That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay. Okay. So, should I design this in context in the assembly or as a separate part? And I use the word design loosely. Obviously, I'm not designing anything. I am ripping it off and copying it. I think I'm going to do this in context of the assembly. As a sheet metal part, because I'm a gangster like that. An absolute fucking gangster like that. So, where's the chat gone? Hello, Eric. Right, so this is, I don't even know what this thing is. It's like a back plate. It's not a back plate though. Heat guard, maybe a heat guard. Heat guard, let's call it a heat guard. I don't care if it isn't a heat guard, it is now. I'm going to drop that on there. Damn, I missed watching you mumble. I do mumble a lot, don't I? If it's inaudible over the music, where's the music on? Ooh, there's only 10 minutes of music left on the Mists of Pandaria soundtrack. Play some WoW. I really don't think that'll go down very well. Oh, patch 7. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a new World of Warcraft patch out today, which is apparently a big deal. And I completely forgot about it. Oh, man. Bollocks. Undo, undo, undo. Start again. I should have made that the sheet metal template. Heat guard. Oh, it's gonna. Do you know it's gonna say, oh, that part already exists? Yes. Damn it. Heat plate. Sheet metal defaults. Right, so what's the thickness? What thickness have we got going on here? I'd say about a mil. No. No, not 1 mil. It's about 1.75. Converted sheet metal works. Yes, I know, but I hadn't modeled anything yet, so I might as well just made a new one. 1.75. Metal. What is it? I don't know. I don't know. Read. So I need to dodge. This plate has to dodge the two blocks which are there. So there's a block there and a block there. And then it needs to block. The block needs to dodge that there. So that's another thing it needs to dodge. And then there's a couple of SFC things here, little resistors and capacitors down here. And then it needs to come all the way down here to where my header is, which is there. I need to dodge around that. Okay. I wanted to ask, do you have any experience with architectural work with any Autodesk products? I saw Revit is the program to go to. Have a few ideas for houses and stuff. Wanted to play around and see if I can get something done. Well, Revit's your boy. Revit's the boy. I've got very limited experience with Revit. Started learning it when I was like 24. Long time ago. But I haven't really used it since. But Revit is the kind of go-to package for anyone designing houses and any kind of buildings. Oh, fucker. It's not even on the PC. I've slapped this sketch on the PCB board. It's not even on the PC. It's raised with thermal pads by 2 mil. So observe my magnificence. I've placed my sketch on the wrong plane. Not to worry, because we can do this. We can raise the work plane up by 2 mil, and then we can go to the sketch and then redefine it, and then drop it onto. Where's the new plane gone? Where's my new plane? Is that the new plane? Yes. No, because the plane has to exist before the sketch, like that. So sketch. And I need to redefine that onto the new plane. Boom. Now our sketch is 2 mil higher. Yes, our work plane's now. Yes, that's redundant. Okay. That's better. Why is it not on Twitch? I'm just experimenting, mate. I'm just experimenting. Seeing how many people come along to this as opposed to how many people came along to Twitch. See if it's more convenient for people to come to YouTube or Does it not matter? Are people going to come along regardless of where it is? So it's just a test. It is just a test. Right. I'm gonna sketch out this approximately, and then put the dimensions on. So I'm gonna come on there, and then to there, and then that comes down there, something like this, and something like that. And that comes across to about there. That comes down about there. And there. I wish they wouldn't do that, man. I wish they wouldn't do that. When you finish the line command on a point that's coincident, it just stops the line command. It's infuriating. And then, like, watch this, right? I'm still click, 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 click. You come to a point, boom, just stops it. I don't want you to stop. Don't want you to stop, man. And that comes down here. Try my patience. And that comes up to about there, and over there, and then roughly about there, and then about there, closing up about there. Right. Next mint idea. I'm full of mint ideas, mate. The mint ideas never stop. Shit. That wasn't meant to happen. Show constraints. What the fuck? Where's the constraint that's making that line collinear with that? Why is that moving all three? I see no F8 show all constraints. Where is it? Fine. Fine. Trim. Right. I just did that so casually. I had no idea that even did that. Just dragging along to trim with a fence line. Didn't even know Inventor could do that. Apparently you can. Read. Line continues after hitting intersection. Missed your entire Twitch stream from last time, and I am still seeing it after the fact online. Boy, surely you're not watching back my 5-hour Twitch stream. Surely not. Thanks if you are, but that's not really why the videos are stored, but go for it. 22. It's a nice size. Yeah, I didn't know that either. It's just one of those things that with AutoCAD's got a nice trim command. I do like the AutoCAD trim command. You just hit trim and I press enter twice and then it just trims everything. I like that. I suppose Inventor does that anyway, doesn't it, really? Alright, 7. Your 2 cents, stay on YouTube. Video is subtly better here. Might well do it. It depends, mate. It just depends. The Twitch. I mean, I don't think it would happen anytime soon. But if I ever qualified for a Twitch sub button, then that would be something that Twitch has over YouTube. 16. Oh, that's close, isn't it? Let's call it. Surely it's got to be 40. Why would anyone design a metal plate to 39 mil? Just round it up to 40, mate. Oop. Actually, no, it probably is 39 because it's like in real life that's a lot closer to that fact. It's almost flush with it. It's 1 AM there. That sucks. Yep, see you later, mate. If you want to watch this back, by all means, knock yourself out. Right, and then that goes to the edge of the board, and then it kind of flanges over, so I'm going to leave that flush, and we'll put a sheet metal flange in later on. And then 137. 137. Whoops. 137 from there. Let's fabricate this a bit. Let's call that 140. Maybe a bit more. That'll do. That'll do. Oh no! Right. At 20. Oh no, music's over. Any more music? Should we have the Warlords of Draenor soundtrack? It was a shit expansion, but the music was alright. Can anyone hear my PC, just out of interest? Like, I don't know if you can hear it over the music. Probably not. I need a new PC. The coolant pump in that PC for the water cooler is ridiculous. Sounds like a washing machine. That's 7. I have no idea why I'm watching this stream at 1 AM. You and me both, mate. I don't know why I'm doing this stream. I literally just got in from work and then turned it on. But I'm kind of excited to get this graphics card finished though, because it's going to look quality. Let's call it 71. Whoops. If this graphics card survives after this, I will be very surprised. Da, 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 da. 16. Can't hear it. Good. I can. It's doing me tits in. Right, so in from there, let's call it 4. What do I do for work? Well, not a lot at the moment. No, I'm self-employed. Say self-employed. I run a limited company, which has got a huge, massive staff roster of me. So I'm a self-employed contractor, and I do usually vault consulting. So someone will take us on for like, I don't know, 6 months to sort their vault out, which is usually easier said than done, because A, vault's got a lot of stuff to improve on, and it's quite difficult to do the sorting out of vault.
Kind of a big deal.
Valenta, is that Valenta, or have I missed the start of that? Chat's in the way. Thank you very much for subscribing, mate. Yeah, there's a lot of diplomacy, politics, red tape and stuff for getting vault stuff. Like, I'm kind of in a grey area between engineering and IT. I need access to servers, and I need access to workstations and deployments and stuff, and that's what IT do, but IT don't like touching CAD stuff. So it's quite difficult to get stuff done at the best of times. That's why something which shouldn't take too long ends up taking 6 months. Oh, okay. Right, why is that green there? Oh, wait, I need... Okay, right, that needs to be dimmed from the... I'll dim it from the edge of the block. Call it 25. Ooh, no, 25, that's going to be a bit... Fuck it, call it 20. I don't give a fuck. So yes, that's what I do, vault stuff. I work with vault all day and every day for my sins. Often wonder why I bother, because I despise vault at the moment. Actually, I thought SolidWorks UI looks better. I've seen SolidWorks' UI and I wasn't a fan, but I don't know if that's just because I'm used to looking at Inventor. I don't know. But when I looked at it, I was like, ugh, it's a bit nasty, aren't I? Here we go. Here we go. Face. Boom. Hello. 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 It's better. Right. Oh shit. I was sticking through. Oh, did I model them? No, I need to do the cutter on them. Nuts. Hey, always found your videos very useful. Thanks for making them. What am I designing at the moment? Graphics card, mate. Graphics card. It is the MSI NVIDIA GTX 970 Twin Frozer 4G, to be precise, which used to be the main driver. Most of the videos on TFI were powered by this card. Then I upgraded to the GTX 1070, took the 970 out, and it's kind of surplus to requirements now, so I thought, let's model it up. Let's model it up. Because I ain't pulling up. I mean, doing a 3D model of the 1070 would have been more relevant, because that's the current generation. It would have got more clicks, would have got more people interested potentially. But I ain't pulling apart my flipping new graphics card that was 500 quid. No sir. No sir. I don't think so. Why is it oh shit, right, I know why. Idiot. Idiot. Why is it included, that projected geometry, in the flipping thing? Right, I'm gonna have to construction line that. It's better. You're trying to convince the company I work for to switch to Inventor. It worked great with AutoCAD Electrical. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? AutoCAD Electrical. hate it. Fucking hate AutoCAD Electrical. At a cellular level, I hate AutoCAD Electrical. Hate it! Oh, good God, I wish it would just die in a fire. Despise every single input, output, I/O bit of AutoCAD Electrical. Awful software. It's so awful that one of the companies I'm at now, they have an electrical team who design circuit boards and stuff that go on underwater machinery, and they just ditched it. They just completely ditched it entirely, and they now do their schematics and stuff in normal AutoCAD, which is because it's better and safer than using AutoCAD Electrical. Fact. AutoCAD Electrical at the company I'm at now nearly caused an offshore fire, which, if that had happened, would have killed people. And that was the catalyst to just ditch it entirely. Fucking terrible bit of software. Shit, wrong one. Don't want to do that one. You're an AutoCAD Electrical Application Manager, are you? What you do? What you? So within your company, you manage AutoCAD Electrical. That is a sucky job, mate. I'm giving it a hard time. I mean, I've just had really bad experience at a couple of places, not just one. A couple of places with it. Doesn't mean it's bad for everybody, but for what I've seen, it's a bag of wank. And the funny thing is, we actually went to Autodesk, because obviously I've got contacts. So we went to Autodesk, managed to get a meeting with one of the, I don't know if he was a product manager or if he was like a senior support specialist or something. And we did a live meeting with them and showed them all the problems. And the overwhelming response from Autodesk was, yeah, that's kind of nothing we can do about that right now. We'll fix it in a future release. And this was 3 years ago. And diddly squats happened. As far as I can see, diddly squat happens at all between AutoCAD Electrical releases. You're in the offshore, yeah. Basically what happened, I'm paraphrasing here because it's an old story and I wasn't directly involved in it, but all the engineers were doing, or the electrical engineers were doing the schematics and the wiring layouts on AutoCAD Electrical, which is supposed to link sheets together, so it's supposed to run a check that wires are connected to the right connectors across sheets, across drawings. AutoCAD Electrical, as part of its sales fucking patter, is meant to do the checking for you, to save a human doing it. So somebody did that, did the AutoCAD Electrical check, everything came back fine, did the paper prints, and then fortunately one of the seniors did a human check and found that AutoCAD Electrical had just completely missed a whole bunch of wiring errors. It was connecting two wires to completely the wrong terminals or something like that. Some wire was going to a different terminal, which if it had have actually been built that way would have caused a fire. And AutoCAD Electrical just didn't check it. It doesn't work with Vault. Doesn't work with auto numbering in Vault. You can't give part names to AutoCAD Electrical drawings. It's just such a pain in the arse. I don't know why it exists. Wish they would just sell it or buy something else and be done with it. Oof. It's not supposed to happen. Corner round. That's more like it. Don't like that little ridge thing there. It's not supposed to be there. Do I care though? 4.5. That's better. 4.5, that'll do. Right, can I mirror that, or is that lazy? Like, at the time it takes me to make a work plane through there and mirror that to there, could I have just made that again there? Probably could have done. If I can remember the settings that I used. Round. Round, round, get around, like it around, get around, round, round, like it around. Boom. There we go. It depends, I like the program, could be better though, it's finicky. Flipping, it's finicky. The amount of, when you do a reinstall of AutoCAD Electrical, the amount of support paths you've got to put in. Who subscribed? And that, oh Jesus Christ, and oh, I've lost it. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, if the user overrides the AEX data on purpose or accident, will screw you over big time. Yes. Yeah, the amount of support paths and stuff that's in there, and the link into catalogs, and I just don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. I've said this on other streams, that there's a couple of things that are on my to-do list that I need to learn. And I'm struggling for time, I'm struggling for brain power, and to be perfectly honest, AutoCAD Electrical is fucking bottom of the list of things that I've got any interest in learning. No thanks. I just, whenever, one of the companies I'm at right now use AutoCAD Electrical. They've got an AutoCAD Electrical team. They're still using it. And whenever an AutoCAD Electrical issue comes up, I just bounce it. I bounce it onto the team leader. Say, you fucking sort it out, mate. Or bounce it to the reseller. Because I want nothing to do with AutoCAD Electrical. No spank you. It's my job to see these million support files. It's probably not that bad if you know what you're doing. There'll be people out there, right, who've had bad experiences with Inventor and talk about Inventor like I talk about Electrical. However, there's just seemingly no development going on in Autodesk on AutoCAD Electrical. I heard rumors, and I can say this, I think, because I think it is just rumors. I heard rumors that they were actually going to ditch it. They were going to replace it with something else. But then, just nothing seems to happen. Nothing seems to happen. Why on YouTube, not on Twitch? It's just a test, mate. It's just a test. I'm just keeping an eye on the numbers to see how many people come to YouTube as opposed to how many people come to Twitch. And so far, after I've been going for about, what, an hour and a half, I think I've been going for. So far, it's looking like it's about the same. The same amount of people are coming to YouTube as went to Twitch. So I'm probably going to stick with Twitch. Although YouTube is more convenient for some people. Convenient. It's not the end of the... It's really not that hard to make a Twitch account. And it's perfectly safe. I mean, Christ's sake, it's owned by Amazon. Twitch is actually owned by actual Amazon. So it's legit. If you haven't noticed, I'm just completely making these dimensions up. Don't care. Okay. I'll do. Cut. Oh man, I made those both in the same sketch. That was bad practice. Never mind. Never mind. And then this one here. About there. This one's close 10 by 10. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do the punch bit in the middle. I might just fudge it. Twitch, grave Twitch fanboy. I do like Twitch though. I do like Twitch. Back to Inventor, I guess, much more interesting for everyone watching. Well, yeah, it's more interesting than AutoCAD Electrical, mate. I'm telling you that. Much more. Can you imagine an AutoCAD Electrical live stream? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm up on YouTube all day, so I would not know. Well, thing is, mate, when I'm on Twitch, I do like a temporary video, upload that to my YouTube channel, and the temporary video says I am now on Twitch right now. Here's the link. So everybody gets told that I'm on Twitch when I'm on Twitch. It's just a question of whether anyone can be asked to then go over to Twitch. That is the question. Right. This bit is exciting. I've been looking forward to doing this bit. I don't know why. That's a bit worrying. Where's the... I need to see the PCB board. It's got to hang over the PCB board because this kind of... It's almost like a latch grabs hold of it. I need to see the PCB board. I can't see it. Show. How do you do that? It's transparency, isn't it? Transparency... On. Off. Ha 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 ha! Damn, I'm good. Didn't ask for one. I wanted a flange. Who doesn't want a flange? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There we go. There we go. Would you look at that? Well, that's snug as a bug in a rug. I think it's overhanging a bit too much. Just need to shorten it a little bit. Maybe 7. Maybe 6.5. Maybe 6.5. Sweet. Great. Nathan, activate the notification Twitch so you get an email when it goes online. Or if you install the app. Yeah, I've got the app on my phone. The app on the phone's pretty good. As soon as I turn on the stream, it immediately, there's no delay, nothing, just immediately. Because I've got 2 Twitch accounts. I've got a personal one as well. Just pings the notification straight over. It's awesome. What does flange? Well, apart from being a rude, silly, giggity word, flange is it's like when you put a bit of metal into a press brake machine and you just bend it like that, and you get this like little lip here, like that. Yeah, so and then so that's what a flange is. That feature there, and then you've got like hems, and a hem is like a roll. So it'll you can have a single roll, you can have a teardrop roll, rolled roll, double roll. That's a hem. It's to get rid of the sharp corners on the metal. You have to go on Neil's Twitch site where you click follow, and then there's like a little heart button. Yeah. And the silly word, yes, it's just a silly word. Engineering is full of silly, giggity words. My Twitch moderator, did not like moderating a Twitch stream on Inventor. He was getting offended at the word flange. If I was to do tube and pipe with nipples and male parts and bell ends. That bit there is not quite right. Oh, fuck me. I forgot about those bits there. Shit. Shit. I need to change that. Not the face, the sketch, man. So let's call it... Maybe it was 25 in the first place. That's better. That's better. Right, I now need to do the raised bit. And I'm in a bit of a quandary as to how to do this. Is there anything out of the box that I can use? Right. Punch. It's a punch. That's what it is. But to do a punch tool, you need a sketch, like a sketch point, and you basically put a punch onto a point. So you need to have the punch already pre-sketched so you can punch it. But I don't have the sketch. Hang on a minute. Let's just experiment a bit here. Right, just put a point there. Right, I only got 20 minutes left. Punch. How many's in? 38. We're getting about the same kind of numbers as Twitch. About the same kind of numbers. No, I can't punch any of these through. Nah, it's not going to work. Unless I can punch that in right. Because that's what it is. In essence, that's what it is. Right, let's turn off the transparency. Right, so let's bend it up at the bottom like that. Can I edit the sketch that is created for the punch? Nope. Nah, it's just going to give us a square. And I ain't punching a square. And it's in inches. What is this ridiculous unit? 30 degrees. Whatevs. What a 45. Feature width. Well, can I change the position of it? Why not? God damn you. Right, width. Three. The hell? The hell? Why does it not auto update? Why do you not auto update? Come on, man, you've got to auto update. What kind of flipping amateur hour is this? If you're off, Daniel, see you later, mate. Good luck with AutoCAD Electrical. Punch tool's a nightmare in Inventor. I don't know other CAD softwares, but I hate doing punches. Yes, it's a fucking nightmare. Because you've got, like I say, you've got to use a predefined punch profile. And in this case, it's a square. So I'm thinking if I put a big square down, then I can put more squares down to make a shape that looks like that. But I'm changing the sizes, and it's not fucking. It's not updating, so I have no idea. Watch, I bet if I finish this, it's going to make a massive punch. Oh, it's actually going to fail. Brilliant. Brilliant. Why? Let's see what wonderfully sensible reason you've made as to why it doesn't work. Could not build this fillet. What fillet? What fillet? Could not build this. What use are you to me alive? What fillet? Do I work with Fusion 360? Nah, I do proper work, mate. No, I've done a couple of videos on Fusion 360. If you check the channel, there's 2 recent videos where I've done an alloy wheel and a Pirelli tyre on an alloy wheel using Fusion 360. But I can't use, and very few people, I say very few people, that's a very, 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 very inappropriate generalization, but I'll say the industry I work in, that's a better way of putting it, the industry I work in cannot use Fusion 360. It's not good enough. Right, got to do it a different way. But that's not to say I'm not going to do some videos on it, because there's Only people watching 31. Where's 7 people gone? Idiot. Bye then. Yeah, so with my channel, I need to know, and I don't think I'll ever will know, what my total addressable market is. That's how many people I can make videos for. Like how many people are interested in the videos that I do, because that type of person is very niche. The type of person who would be interested in my video is purely somebody that uses Inventor. And that's a small market. It's a very small market. That is the absolute limitation of who will watch and subscribe to my channel. And Autodesk won't flip and tell me. They won't tell me how many people have bought Inventor. So, Fusion is just, it's something like... Ooh you. Aussie, thanks mate. Thank you, Aussie. So Fusion is another area that I can branch into that'll let me expand the channel. Make it grow a little bit further. And it's entirely relevant as well. And there's method to why I'm doing it. Because I just got a hunch. I've got a hunch that Fusion is going to potentially go places further than it is now. At the moment, it's not the best. But Autodesk wouldn't be spending as much money on Fusion and time and stuff as they are if they didn't have big plans for it. They wouldn't be spending the amount of money they're spending on it if it was just forever going to be this little hobbyist student tool. This little friendly, cheap little utility that they've got, which kind of does what Inventor does, but not really. They wouldn't be promoting it and marketing it as much as they are now if that's what their intention was for it. So I think it's going to be, in the future, probably materialise into being the flagship mechanical package. And I'm saying that with absolutely no insight. I just think that's where it's going. You didn't enter the punch tool. I know I give up on it, but I can't do the punch tool. It's not going to work with this. I'm going to have to do this manually. We have Fusion and Inventor at work. So what industry are you in then, Miller? What industry are you in? Oh shit. Oh, actually, that's about right. We are tool makers in CNC. Yes, that's kind of the perfect market for it. And Autodesk, I don't think. I'm saying it's the perfect market for it. It's one of the only markets for it. Aside from small machine shops and tiny manufacturers, people that maybe manufacture parts for motorbikes, cars, the automotive industry, anybody working on small scale stuff. But Autodesk really need to get it into the corporate environment. I think that's where they ultimately want it to be. They're going to want to dislodge all the Inventor seats and replace with Fusion, but can't see it happening. Can't see it happening yet. The likes of the companies that I work at now, they make huge underwater machinery, like thousands and thousands of parts, and Fusion cannot handle it. Fusion cannot handle big assemblies. And then there's the obvious elephant in the room, which is the cloud storage. Everything's cloud based. Which is better, Fusion 360 or Onshape? Don't know, mate. I've never used Onshape. Someone else might be able to tell you though. Having some focus issues from time to time at this end. Focus? What, like there's the camera changing colour or something. Well, I've got fixed focus, so the camera shouldn't be going out of focus, unless what you're talking about is like the quality of the video. So it's because it's a live stream, it detects the quality of your internet, and if it detects that you've got a slow internet or there's a slow burst of internet, it'll lower the quality of the stream temporarily. So that's why it might go pixelated and blurry. It's just a live stream thing. It might be that. I also did a design automation machine for a company that makes microchips with Inventor. Yeah, that's just like big machinery. That's what I think you'd struggle to do with Fusion unless they make significant changes to the back end of it. So most of them know it or should know. So I guess half of the people who watch your channel have the cheaper version of Inventor. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the answer to the question, which I'm going to get more often in the future, with the question being, which one should I learn, Inventor or Fusion? I would, if you're a student, always say Inventor, because you get both of them for free when you're a student. And if you've learned Inventor, you can transition immediately onto Fusion with a almost non-existent learning curve. Whereas if you learn Fusion and then you get a job in the company that you get a job with use Inventor, there's not an easy learning curve from Fusion. Well, there's a big learning curve going from Fusion to Inventor, because Fusion is just Inventor. It's the exact same thing, but it's got a shitload of stuff missing. So if you learn the thing with the stuff in first and then you go to the lesser one, it's not a bother. If you learn the Inventor LT first, which is Fusion, it's essentially what it is, and then you're going to struggle to learn the big one with all the missing bits that you've never seen before. So that's what I say to folk. Because right now, if you're an engineering student and you want to get into a blue chip company, heavy industrial engineering company, oil and gas, that kind of industry, Fusion's just not there. You're going to be getting a job and they're going to be wanting the likes of Inventor skills or SolidWorks skills or CATIA or Pro Engineer, the big guns. Fusion's still arguably a bit of a toy. Bloody good one though. I mean, I did that alloy wheel in Fusion, and it could do everything Inventor could do, just in a long-winded way. You just had to find some different workarounds for things which Inventor could have done but Fusion couldn't. You just had to find another way of doing it, a more long-winded way of doing them. I wonder if this is going to work. Right, I want to do it. Shit, I've exited that. Right, I've only got 5 minutes left. Girlfriend's going to be back from work soon. And I need to spend some time with her, because I've been a neglectful son of a bitch. Right, I want to project. That's better. Right, so I want to project that. And face that. Set it that way. It's going to face by the thickness, isn't it? Which I don't want it to. Damn it. I wanted to just do... Can I just do an extrusion then? Can I just cheat and not do a face? Just do an extrusion. Right. 0.75. Extrude that way. And then I need to fill it on a loop. That 2 mils a bit much. Nutsack. Maybe 1 mil's a bit thick. Nope. Right, we'll do these fillets first. When am I live next? Hello from Mexico. Hi, any HSM videos in the pipework? Nope, nothing in the pipework, mate, I'm afraid. Because I don't work in a machine shop or a company that uses HSM, so don't really have any experience with it. But there's it seems to be a lot of demand for it though. Autodesk have done quite well to get its name out and about. When am I live next though? Maybe tonight. Maybe. If not, actually I might be live during the day tomorrow because I'm working from home tomorrow. So I might just call in, because I'm self-employed and pretty much do what I want. If I don't want to work, I don't have to work. I just don't get paid for it. So I might just have a day off, do some live streaming. But have I just got away with that? I'm not impressed with the fillet. I think the fillet needs to be a little less in your face. Maybe it needs to be G2. Can I make that G2? Kind of alright, isn't it? And then at the bottom we've got this cut, so I need to fillet that cut. Right, I'll do that later. I want to knock this on the head now. Right, so I'll either be back tomorrow or later tonight. I don't know, but I'll keep it on YouTube. I mean, we've got a good decent number. If I'm on tonight, I'll make it YouTube. If I'm on tomorrow, I'll make it Twitch. How about that? But I'll upload a video on YouTube to say that I'm on Twitch if I am. Just a couple of things. Give us some toys out. I've been doing that for a week, mate. It's only so long I can do that for. How do you rotate the piece easy like that? 3D mouse, mate. 3D mouse. Don't know if I can see this on camera. No, that thing there. Google 3D connection space mouse, and I use the Enterprise. That's not the Starship Enterprise. Can you create a calendared sheet? What? Can you create a calendared sheet? Don't know what you mean, mate. Put a comment on one of my videos and explain more what you mean. I'll see if I can answer that maybe in the next stream or directly to your comment. But yes, thank you very much, guys, for watching this stream. Feel free to check out the links in the description of the video if you feel like being awesome. If not, I will see you in the next one, and that shouldn't be too long. Like I said, I'll put a video out on YouTube if I'm on Twitch, saying that I'm going live. I still don't know which one I'm going to go for. Don't know. I might just bounce back. Actually, it's probably not good to bounce backwards and forwards between the two. Probably not good. And thank you to everyone that subscribed as I was going. I'm going to try and get that subscriber notification a little bit clearer. So I quite like that. That's quite nice to know. It's quite nice to know when people subscribe because you don't tend to see it. So anyway, I'm going to go. See ya. Toodles.